Breaking tonight, Ball State canceling in-person classes for the rest of the semester as coronavirus cases continue to increase here in Indiana. In fact, 10 total cases. We've got you covered tonight.
And Muncie's St. Patrick's Day Parade is still on the schedule. How downtown Muncie will be transformed this weekend and how COVID-19 could affect the event.
And we're seeing some cool temperatures for tonight. I'm also going to be tracking how some storms will track into Muncie, Indiana for tonight. Looking forward to the forecast.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tyler Brummett.
And I'm Annie Keister. Thanks for joining us. Tonight we begin with breaking news just into our newsroom. Ball State University cancels all in-person classes for the rest of the semester amid concerns of the coronavirus. Starting Monday, University President Jeffrey Mearns made the announcement in a campus-wide email just earlier this evening.
Yeah, the plan outlined in this email, as you mentioned, 3 pages worth. So the email says beginning Monday, class will be replaced with, quote, virtual instruction and alternative learning options. Additionally, all university-sponsored or funded events of 100 people or more, well, that'll be suspended through April 13th. And at this time, students are not being directed to leave campus so they can stay in the dorms. University services and offices will remain open.
And what that means for us here at NewsLink Indiana, well, we're not sure yet, but no matter the form, we will continue to deliver you content and keep you informed. As soon as we know more, we will, of course, update you.
We're journalists. We'll continue to cover this for you. And as you might know, other schools across the state are getting rid of in-person classes as well. IU and Purdue making that announcement yesterday. They're among the schools taking those steps. But some students are asking tonight if this is a good idea.
Dude, I didn't even know about that. Like, you're the first one telling me that right now.
That reaction from Purdue student Maggie Merchkevich when NewsLink Indiana was the first to tell her about Tuesday's decision to temporarily move all classes at her school online.
I'm a senior, so I only have this semester left. It's a little disappointing.
But Purdue isn't the only school in the state to take this action. Notre Dame and Indiana University also decided to move classes online. For IU students like Evelyn Sanchez, when she got the word of this news, she knew it was something serious.
When we got the email from the president of McRobbie's email list, that's when we knew it was something serious, other than the other updates that were just like little updates.
With schools across the country taking similar steps and the World Health Organization issuing a pandemic Wednesday, just how seriously should we take this?
For these universities to say, hey, we have a lot of students traveling, in and out of multiple probably airports and countries, to kind of do that social distancing for 14 days afterwards, definitely was a great mitigation strategy.
Becca Dillon is the director of the emergency department at IU Health Ball Memorial Hospital. She wants to remind everyone to do their part to help stop the spread of the virus.
Good hand hygiene, staying home when you're not well, and sometimes that's hard for us to do when we feel like, oh, it's just a scratchy throat or a mild fever. And that's the biggest advice that we have.
But in the meantime, both Merchkevich and Sanchez say this is a time in their college career they won't forget.
People are going to remember definitely how we missed classes. And two, I feel like people are still going to have the xenophobia that's been going on. I've walked through 3 feet of snow, been slipping on ice, and this is something that I don't think is even touching our campus, and they're closing it.
Definitely a bizarre situation for a lot of students. Now, at the University of Indianapolis, they're also canceling in-person classes and making that switch to online. We've got a full list of state universities making that call online at ballstatedaily.com. Annie?
And take a look at this. Riots break out after one school in Ohio cancels classes amid the outbreak of the virus. When police arrived on scene, they say they found University of Dayton students throwing things and jumping on cars. Students say they were celebrating. Police responded with firing paintball shots into the air and tossing pepper balls into the crowd. One person was hurt after being hit by a bottle. Police have not announced the number of arrests.
Meanwhile, IU Health Ball Memorial Hospital is taking action as concerns of COVID-19 continue to spread. The hospital is preparing for when Delaware County gets its first case of the virus. IU Health, as you may know, launched a virtual screening app this weekend. The app is designed for you to talk to a doctor without even leaving your home. IU Health is hoping that keeping patients at home will slow the spread of the coronavirus. Hospital officials are saying right now anyone who is showing flu-like symptoms are not allowed in their building.
If you are sick, stay home. Stay out of big crowds. Please don't go to events until you're feeling better.
And the hospital says it will continue to keep this plan in place as long as the virus continues to be a problem.
And St. Patrick's Day is a week away, and festivities like parades have been getting canceled in Boston and in Chicago.
But the parade here in Muncie still on as of now for this Saturday. NewsLink Indiana's Brittany Dobbins is joining us now live right here in the studio. Brittany, just a unique situation. A lot of people wondering what's going to happen. What are event organizers saying?
Well, Annie and Tyler, event director Cheryl Crowder says everything is still on for the 35th annual parade, but if anything were to happen surrounding the coronavirus, Crowder says announcements will be made on social media on Friday.
Lots of green.
That's what people can expect when heading to the parade Saturday. But as COVID-19 spreads rapidly across the U.S. and in Indiana, attending community events and festivities could concern citizens. Crowder says since it's an outdoor event, it is easier to control personal space and to just follow basic sanitary hygiene.
Cough into your elbow, wash your hands. I hate it, but no hugging, you know.
Like most parades, candy will be thrown, but Crowder says it's up to you to take it. COVID-19 did not seem like it would influence the number of attendants to Crowder, but there was something else instead.
I think we were more worried about weather at this point. Not that we're not worried about that, but it looks like it may do a little bit of raining, so that may bring our numbers down as much as anything.
And Muncie resident Kyle Carmichael thinks people shouldn't live in fear.
I understand the fear behind it, but at the same time, I feel like it's being a little bit blown out of proportion with the media. I understand it's like a new virus.
If you are feeling sick the day of the parade, it is encouraged that you do stay home. But if you are not, everyone is welcome to attend.
I live like 2 blocks that way, so I would definitely be there. So, I mean, you know, it's definitely scary. I understand the cause for concern, but I feel like life still needs to go on, so.
The decision to cancel the parade will be made by city administration, but for now the parade is still planned. People are able to enter the floats into the parade until Saturday. Lineup for the parade starts at 4:30 in the Muncie Central Fieldhouse parking lot, and the parade will then start at 6 and go through downtown. You can find out more information about the parade on downtownmuncie.org.
All right, Brittany, thank you. And we will continue to keep you updated on plans for the parade right here on NewsLink Indiana or on ballstatedaily.com.
Yeah, meanwhile, all of this coming amidst the declaration today that COVID-19 is officially a pandemic. The World Health Organization announced it early this afternoon. The director says this is the first pandemic caused by the coronavirus. And taking a shift now to that weather forecast, you know, a bit of a different note here. Just a beautiful day outside. You know, the temperatures felt nice. It was spring-like. Something to smile about,
well,
you know?
Something for those looking forward to maybe some weekend festivities for some early St. Patty's Days. Of course, that weather weekend outlook for that, I'm going to send us over to weather forecaster Joseph Williams. Good evening.
Tyler, Annie, thank you. It's been a pretty average spring-like day throughout Muncie and the viewing area. For example, we're still sitting at 46 in Muncie and 43 in Anderson, so it's been pretty average outside. First, I'm going to be tracking how those cool average temperatures are going to stick around for the evening overnight hours. Then I'm going to be tracking about how we're going to see rain on Thursday, and that's going to end up moving in as the system moves through, and that's going to impact your Thursday commute. And finally, going to be talking about how snow could potentially come over the weekend. So definitely going to make sure to cover all that and more in my forecast.
All right, thank you, Joseph. Now, for 90 years, the Muncie Mission has served those in need in East Central Indiana. NewsLink Indiana's Marley Thomas reports the mission recently received a big donation that will allow them to better their services.
Throughout the years, the Muncie Mission has bought new delivery trucks to replace the old. Usually, the trucks they purchase have over 100,000 miles on them. Muncie Mission CEO Frank Baldwin says that's about all they could afford until this year.
This year, Indiana Michigan Power provided a grant of $35,000.
The $35,000 check did not cover the cost of the entire truck, but Baldwin says it covered the majority of it.
$35,000, that's a large amount of money for us, but for Indiana Michigan Power, that was a very generous donation.
The new delivery truck serves as a way for the mission to pick up donations not only from Muncie, but surrounding counties. Now, the mission has had delivery trucks in the past, but this one is brand new. Muncie Mission Vice President of Development Bob Scott says the mission does hire people to drive the trucks, and everyone is anxious to drive this one.
So one of our drivers is a retired over-the-road driver, and so he's got a lot of experience, and he'll get to drive the new truck first.
Members of the Muncie Mission are excited to see how the new delivery truck will benefit their services. In Muncie, Marley Thomas, NewsLink, Indiana.
And if you would like to call the truck to pick up your donations, you can do so by calling Muncie Mission at 288-9122.
And one fast food favorite is adding a new item to the menu. I'm excited about this one, what Taco Bell is trying out next.
Plus, two become one, which drink companies are coming together under one ownership.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
And welcome back. We've got breaking news right now just coming into the newsroom literally just moments ago. President Donald Trump saying that the U.S. will suspend all travel from Europe, excluding the U.K. amid the coronavirus outbreak. Again, this really following the news that came down today. A lot of stuff happening in regards to the coronavirus. That will begin Friday and will last 30 days. Of course, we're going to continue to keep you updated both right here on air as well as online at ballstatedaily.com.
And transitioning back a little bit, as Indiana lawmakers look to wrap up this year's session, they're also at odds over a proposal regarding the Attorney General's groping allegations. Republicans who dominate the state's legislature are debating over a proposal that would force Republican Attorney General Curtis Hill.
Yeah, Annie, this all coming after allegations that he drunkenly groped 4 women. Now, Hill awaits a decision from the state Supreme Court. He still denies any wrongdoing.
And former movie mogul Harvey Weinstein will be behind bars for 23 years. Weinstein unexpectedly addressed the court for almost 20 minutes before receiving his sentence today, saying he feels remorse. His sentence comes after last month's convictions on first-degree criminal sexual act and third-degree rape. He has been in state custody since the verdict and has had several health issues. Weinstein also faces felony assault charges in Los Angeles. And nearly $19 billion, that's how much the Boeing MAX crisis is expected to have already cost the company, and the company is facing litigation costs that could make this number even higher. The Boeing MAX fatal crashes resulted in more than 340 people dead. A year ago this week, FAA ordered the planes to ground after the second crash.
And also paying billions, Pepsi purchasing Rockstar. Pepsi is buying Rockstar energy beverages for nearly $4 billion. So if you need an energy boost, you might want to pay attention to this. This adds to Pepsi's portfolio of energy drinks, already including Mountain Dew, Kickstart, as well as Game Fuel. The deal is expected to close within a few months. And maybe you want a Baja Blast with this one right here. Taco Bell changing up the chalupa. The fast food giant is adding what they are calling the triple lupa. That just looks so good right there. It's 3 mini chalupas put together, and each part has a different flavor. So here are the flavors for you. Nacho cheese, cheesy chipotle, as well as chipotle. Annie, we got to go try this. The triple lupa is expected to hit stores tomorrow, but if you want to try it out, got to act fast. It's only expected to be here for a limited time. And you know, Joseph, we got to get out, get a triple lupa. The weather, certainly nice to do that.
All right, yeah, right now we're expecting cool temperatures throughout tonight, so I guess if you want to enjoy that chalupa at home, you certainly can, but I'll be tracking more than just cold temperatures in my after the forecast.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother,
yes.
You, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back. Now, like you mentioned before, Joseph, we've kind of got a change of events coming in those temperatures this weekend.
Yep. Yeah, we certainly do. We're going to have cool temperatures for tonight, and then we might see a bit of a warm-up for tomorrow, and maybe with some rain following that, unfortunately. But for now, we're just going to have to deal with those cool temperatures out for tonight. So I hope you enjoyed temperatures in the mid-40s, because that's what we've been experiencing. This is pretty much average for the springtime. For example, we're seeing 46 in Muncie right now and 44 in Indianapolis. So for the most part, it's pretty cool outside, and those cool conditions are expected to last during the overnight hours. We're going to see a low of 40 with mostly cloudy skies and winds coming from the west-southwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. So you may want to wear a light jacket as you're heading out for tonight. But other than that, it's just going to be a pretty uneventful evening. Those conditions are expected to last for Thursday morning with temperatures around 44 in Muncie and 47 in Indianapolis by around 7 a.m. So make sure your kids are wearing a light jacket or something heavy as you end up heading out for tomorrow. But they only need to worry about like Thursday morning, because Thursday afternoon and evening, a warm front's going to just push through and cause temperatures to rise to the low 60s. That's about the only real good thing that's happening this week, with a high of 63 in Muncie and 66 in Indianapolis. It's just going to feel like a gorgeous time out. However, you may want to enjoy Thursday afternoon, because after that, we're going to see this cold front just push down and cause temperatures to drop into the low to mid 30s for much of Indiana, including 35 in Muncie and 37 in Indianapolis. So definitely make sure to enjoy Thursday afternoon. Additionally, those warm temperatures do not come without a price. For Thursday morning, we're expecting mostly cloudy skies, similar to what we've been seeing for the one today. However, by Thursday night, we're expecting this large line of thunderstorms potentially moving into central Indiana, impacting Madison, Henry, and Delaware counties, and potentially bringing heavy gusts and rain into the viewing area. Make sure that you are driving safely and that you're walking safely, because those heavy gusts and rain could make driving a hazard. Those conditions will stick around until Friday morning, when we expect a very clearing in skies. So basically, just make sure that you are staying safe for Thursday night. Looking at the long term, barring Thursday, we're also going to see another chance for showers happening around Saturday and another chance for on Monday, showing that spring is very much a transitional season that's happening. This could be summed up by the fact that Friday morning, we're going to see clear skies. Well, we're going to pretty much see clearing skies. Then we're going to have this line of snow moving into Indiana, potentially bringing snow into the area that's going to stick around all Saturday and leaving around Sunday. So definitely make sure that you are driving safely for that time. In summary, looking at the mid-7-day forecast, Thursday, 80% chance with the high of 62 for rain showers. Definitely make sure to stay safe. Then we're going to see a cool down for the weekend with some chance for snow showers on Saturday and more. After that, we're going to see highs in the low 50s throughout next week, along with a chance for some rain showers. So definitely a time to gather an umbrella and other equipment. Definitely make sure to stay safe as you're heading out for that period of time, guys.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that rain that's moving in. I wish that those warm temperatures would stay. Hopefully we can get them back. Joseph, thank you so much.
And while the coronavirus cancels events across the globe, the NCAA announces there will be no fans during the games during March Madness. That's next.
And big games ahead for Ball State basketball. We'll tell you where both teams are traveling next in sports.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds. We surround a community's most critical problems. And we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. When I think of kids going to school hungry, hunger, homelessness, in this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Weeknights, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal weather. We've got the latest news headlines.
Freezing temperatures have set in all the way down in Louisiana.
One man dead after flooding in Venice, Italy.
Up to the minute weather conditions.
Cold temperatures are the story this morning.
And of course, lots of fun.
It is not funny.
What on earth is happening there?
I feel sorry for the little guy.
I've got my socks on. Annie with her curly hair, which is actually never curly. Join us Friday mornings at 8 on Facebook Live.
Good evening and welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Blake Dahlier with sports. Today, NCAA President Mark Emmert announced that they will be taking actions in wake of the coronavirus. He said in a statement today released by the NCAA that they will hold the March Madness tournament with limited access to the games. Only essential staff and families of the team will be allowed to attend. And this just into NewsLink Indiana. The NBA is following in the footsteps of the NCAA. Stay tuned tomorrow for more potential cancellations. And Tajay Teague has been named MAC West Player of the Week. NewsLink Indiana's Nathaniel Smith went over to the court and got more details.
Ball State's Tajay Teague has won his 6th MAC West Player of the Week award. He added to his record for most weekly awards in a season. We caught up with him on the court and asked what it feels like and what winning these awards does for him mentally.
I don't really think too much of it. I mean, I'm glad to get the accomplishment, but we have a bigger focus, to focus on our game Thursday. So, I mean, it just shows how consistent I have been throughout the year. And, I had some down weeks and then just kept playing my game, sticking to what the game plan was and just trying to win and move forward.
With the MAC tournament in full swing, Teague talks about what he's doing to prepare himself.
I've just been doing what I've been doing all year. Don't get too high, too low on myself and just stick to what the game plan is and just play it like it's a normal game, not trying to put too much pressure on myself.
Head coach James Whitford talked about Ball State's first round bye going into the MAC tournament and what factor that plays.
Well, getting the bye helps us go in there fresh, obviously, and the simple math of it, it's easier to win 3 games than it is to win 4. So,
Whitford also talked about what the team needs to focus on going into their first game.
you know, we talk a lot about in big games. It's not about being. You don't have to be different than you've been all year. You have to be the best version of yourself.
The Cardinals will play 6th seed Kent State tomorrow at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland. Tip-off is scheduled for 9 o'clock tomorrow night. In Muncie, Nathaniel Smith, NewsLink, Indiana.
Teague was also named All-MAC First Team and All-MAC Defensive Team.
And of course, we are looking forward to see where the Cardinals go from there. Now we've got your final look at weather next.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. Can you help me? I got it.
Thank you.
No problem.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared, so start now.
Right now? Right now.
You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a 4th ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
And we've got more breaking news right here into our newsroom, again with President Trump and the coronavirus. The president says now the U.S. will defer tax payments for up to 3 months for some impacted fillers.
And of course, a busy night. We're going to continue to keep you updated. To kind of recap again, Ball State announcing to cancel classes, moving those classes online. Again, just a busy day involving news surrounding the coronavirus, COVID-19, of course, continuing to dominate the headlines. We're going to continue to keep you updated. But again, as you heard Annie mentioning there, President Trump planning on deferring those tax payments. Again, we've got more coverage online at ballstatedaily.com. We've got more coverage tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Again, just a bit of a busy news night here, and we will, of course, continue to stay on top of anything surrounding COVID-19. Joseph, as we get one final check of the weather, beautiful day out there.
Yes, it has. Yes, it was. And that beautiful day should continue on into tonight. However, by tomorrow, Thursday, we do expect a major change in the weather besides a high of 62 degrees Fahrenheit, which is much warmer than average. In return, we will see a line of storms potentially moving into tomorrow, and that could bring heavy gusts and heavy rain into the viewing area, so definitely make sure to stay safe if you're heading out tomorrow. After that, however, we will expect a change in weather again to sunny skies on Friday. We will see a chance for some snow showers on Saturday, which could impact your commute if you're having to do anything over the weekend, so make sure to stay safe for Saturday as well. After that, we will see a chance for some more rain showers over next week. Well, in return, we'll at least see highs in the around the low to mid 50s, so definitely a good time to make sure to bundle up a little bit. Definitely a good time to stay inside and stay warm and stuff like that. Ultimately, yeah, just stay dry and just enjoy spring in general.
Yeah, lots of rain out there. Not a big fan of it personally. Hopefully it goes away.
I got a little bit excited when I first the 62 and it was good enough for me, and I just kind of stopped there, but I guess I know now.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, well, that will do it for us tonight here at NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night, and we will continue to keep you updated on all that news.